Welcome back to another edition of Finding the Truth. This is part 2 of our discussion on fakes and charlatans. I certainly hope you were able to give comments and hopefully some video responses to part 1 of this series. To recap, I shared in the last video, or in part 1, I had been involved in monitoring and contributing to some discussions on Amazon.com, and I had shared my email address and have corresponded with many people as a result of that conversation. Most recently, a disturbing letter I received from a person we're calling Jane John Doe, relating a story of receiving a tarot reading, explaining that the person initially charged $65, then said that he or she was cursed by a past life wife who had hired a witch to curse him for lifetimes to come. And as a result, another $625 was paid on September 19th of this year, 2009. And now this person is requesting an additional $20,000 to dispel the curse, to make it die. Okay. That said, hopefully you've given me your thoughts on this. Now I'm going to give you some of my thoughts. And the first thing that comes to mind here is old gypsy cons. Now understand, gypsy magic and gypsy tarot reading and divination is real. Okay? But people they would use their talents, gifts per se, to bilk people out of money. Now, I'm not saying not all gypsies are criminals or con artists, but this was the term of it, the gypsy con. It is really sad to see that this is a continued practice today. It's something that I've been fighting against for a lot of years. That said, I want to refer back to this letter. Now, this person said, now before you jump the gun and say flat out that she is feeding me crap, here's a couple of noteworthy things. Then he goes on. This person goes on to explain the cards in the reading and how it actually turned out in his life. Let me tell you a little secret. Most psychics, okay, who know and have really developed their skill, understand one fact: that we can only see the past, present, and future based upon past and current choices. When a tarot reading is given, or rune reading, or a psychic reading of any kind is given, generally, if the psychic is working honestly, they are telling you what's coming up, what they're facing, why they're facing it, and then helps guide them towards whatever it is or away from whatever it is. For instance, this person references that a card came up in a reading, the Justice card came up in his reading or her reading, and it became true, because what happened was this person then went to jail, and is now paying monthly court costs as well as being on probation. First of all, if the tarot reader had been working with this person properly, then they would have explained that this did not have to happen. This is the reason we go to psychics and we go to tarot readers, to avoid these happenstances, these pitfalls in our life. And for this person to have not expressed that or shared that information with Jane John Doe, it's irresponsible and it's unethical. Every reading I've ever given, whether it's a straight psychic reading or tarot reading or any form of divination that I've done for anyone, I have been provided with information through either a spirit guide or the cards or whatever divinatory tool that I'm using at the time, whether it's myself or an external tool. There's always some guides to avoid pitfalls. So why this psychic, for this tarot reader, didn't provide that information to Jane John Doe seems to me irresponsible and unethical. This person should have provided a way to avoid the problem. There. But now here, you may argue, and Jane John Doe may argue, well, he did avoid a problem, or she avoided a problem, because the person, this tarot reader, did caution him about someone coming to him or her about, how does this read? It says, she said that a person was going to come to me for help, and to not help this person. Sure enough, someone had come to me for some shady deal that they wanted help with, and I declined with her caution in mind. And I think that if I hadn't, I would probably be in jail right this second. So herein is a problem. The person clearly says, don't loan money to this one, or don't get involved financially with this one, because it'll end up in problems for you. So this tarot reader, she did help him avoid a problem, or her helped Jane John Doe avoid a problem, but she didn't do that when it came to the resulting jail time, probation, and court costs. Why is that? Well, if we go back in the letter, we see that the tarot reader has asked for $65 in the beginning, then received an additional $625, and then says, oops, I can't help you unless you give me $20,000, because that's how much it cost to create the curse.